came over because they asked me to sing a song, which I'm very proud I put a tune to. The words were written 2,252 years ago. And I just rearranged the verses very slightly. I have a little story to tell you. For George Bernard Shaw once said, the Bible is not read around the world except as much as in English-speaking countries, because they have such a superbly poetic translation in the King James Version. And for 300 years they wondered if Shakespeare had anything to do with it, because he was the height of his powers then, but there's absolutely no paper trail. But about 30 or 40 years ago, some woman, I don't know who, said, Shakespeare was 46 years old in the year 1610. That's when King James told the committee at Oxford to hurry up and finish the job. He said, you've been at it for 5 years, I want to see it finished. She looked up the 46th Psalm of David and counted 46 words from the beginning and found the word shake. She counted 46 words from the end up towards the middle of the 46th Psalm, and there was the word spear. Now, that's too much of a coincidence. One could be a coincidence, but not two. I made up a story about how at night a carriage pulls up at Shakespeare's house and a man in long ecclesiastical robes gets out, hammers on the door, a servant pulls back the window and he says, if Master Shakespeare is in, would you tell him that Canon Richards of Oxford would like to see him? A minute later the servant lets him in. Shakespeare rises from a chair near the fire and extends his hand. Well, Canon Richards, to what do I owe the honour of this visit? Master Shakespeare, I came after dark because my colleagues would not have approved my visiting you. We are members of a sacred profession, and you, they think you are a member of a scandalous profession. But we have been charged by the king, and now he pulls out a leather bag full of paper, to make a better translation of God's holy work. And all I can say is our efforts are ugly. And there's certain passages which must be beautiful. The original Hebrew is beautiful, sonorous, rhythmical. Even the Greek and the Latin are beautiful, but there's no other word for our efforts but ugly, ugly. Would you help just a bit? Why, I'd be delighted. And he says to a servant, bring us pen and ink and paper. And he sat down at the table, and during the next hour you can hear, oh, that's wonderful. Oh, why didn't we think of that? Oh, that's marvelous. And then finally, well, Master Shakespeare, I'm sure you want to retire, but could I come again? Canon Richards, this has been a wonderful evening. Yes, let's make it the same time next week. Could I keep these few pages to work on during the week? Oh, but Master Shakespeare, there's one thing nobody must know, that I have ever visited you, nor that you have ever helped us. Is that all right with you? Canon Richards, I cross my heart, I lay my hand on these holy pages. You may rest assured, I will not mention to a soul that you ever visited me, nor that I have ever helped you. I will pledge my manservant to secrecy. You may rest assured. That's all I know.